Bring the palms together. And with your eyes closed, feel your ribs expand, the lungs expand as you breathe in. Notice the calming, cooling sensation as you breathe out. So take this opportunity to come into the body, to feel the movements in the body, the flow of energy. Go inward, enhance your awareness inward. Then open your eyes and come onto your hands and your knees. Place your hands right underneath your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Round your back and look back at your navel. Inhale, arch your back, wheel your chest forward. Exhale to round your back, look back. Inhale, arch back. One more time. Exhale to round. Inhale to roll the chest through. And then stretch back into a child's pose. Do this first one with the toes curled under. And start to open up the soles of the feet. Then open up your hands evenly into your mat. Lift up and stretch back into your first down dog. As you inhale, shift into plank, bring the shoulders right over the wrists, elongate through the spine. And as you exhale, glide back into down dog. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale, stretch back to dog. Look in between your hands. Step walk or hop up to the top of the mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose. Pull your right knee up to your left armpit. Inhale the leg back. Exhale the left knee up to the right armpit. Inhale the leg back. Right knee to left armpit. Inhale back. Left knee to right armpit. Inhale your leg back. Lower down onto your belly. Stretch your arms forward and lengthen. This time, lift the legs up an inch as you lengthen through your tail. Then lift the hands up an inch. Get as long as you can. Bend the elbows back. Feel the hamstrings turn on. The tailbone lengthen out of the lower back. Then stretch both arms straight back behind you. Bring the hands next to your side ribs. Roll into cobra or upward facing dog. And stretch back into downward dog. Get long in your down dog. Lift your hips up and away from your wrists. Then raise your right leg up from the inner thigh. Grow the lower back through the reach of the leg. Shift into plank. Pull your right knee up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Lower the back knee down. Inhale. I got a little faucet going because I already surfed. Raise the arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side and open up your heart. Inhale, stretch the arms back up, look up. Exhale the hands back down to the mat. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee, and as you plant your left hand, turn your ribs and take your right arm up. Bring your hand back down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up from the inner thigh. Now grow the lower back long through the reach of the leg. Shift into plank, pull your knee up. Step your foot all the way up by your thumb. Lower your back knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side and open up your heart. Inhale, reach back up and look up. Exhale, downward dog, stretch back. Look in between your hands. Step walker, hop up to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back. And then from your strong core, tall, long spine, raise your arms. Reach through your feet and come up to stand. Release your arms at your side. Inhale into chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step back into plank pose, one leg at a time. Hold strong in your plank, abs in tight. Lift the right leg up an inch, then bring the knee up without rounding. Change legs, left leg up an inch, knee up without rounding. Stretch back into downward dog. Step your right foot up by the right thumb. Set up your back heel for warrior one, and then lengthen on your fingertips. Lift from your belly, raise your arms, come up. Exhale, hands back to the mat. Step back to down dog or add a vinyasa. Step your left foot up by your left thumb. Set up your back heel. Inhale up onto your fingertips, elongate your spine. Then come up strong through the midline, raise your arms up. Grow the back leg and reach the upper spine up into the hands. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back. Take a vinyasa or just stretch right back into downward dog. Bend your knees and look forward. Step, walker, hop up to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sit back. Press up to stand, Samastiti. One more B salutation. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Set up your back heel and come up into warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Step your left foot. So if you're wondering, what do you mean when he was saying take a vinyasa? That's vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Hands to the mat. Step back for a vinyasa, or just stretch right back into down dog. Step your right foot up by your right thumb. Lower your back knee down. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Lengthen the tail down as you lift your belly and take your left arm up. Then hook your elbow to your knee. Join your palms together. Curl your back toes under. Here we go. Lift the back knee up, but still stay long through the midline. So activate the muscles of your spine, long and strong. Then place your right hand onto your hip. Put your left hand down, a foot in front of your foot on the inside, block or floor, your call. Float the back leg up and elongate your spine. Twist and take your right arm up. Then bend your knee, slide back into the lunge, bring your hand back down and step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Step your left foot up, lower the back knee down, left hand to left knee, lift from your navel, raise your right arm. Exhale, hook the elbow to the knee. Join your palms and twist. Then curl your back toes. Lift the back knee up. Firm your left hip in so you can find the midline with the spine. The hip will help the core to work. Then place your left hand onto your hip. Keep the hip on a track with your left ankle. Slide the hand a foot in front and float the back leg up. Reach straight back to the tail and the back inner heel. Then turn your rib cage and take the left arm up. Then bend your knee, step back into the lunge. Hand down, step back to down dog. From down dog, come into a seated position and cross your legs, then bring your knees in front of you into boat pose, Navasana. So come into a little V shape here. Feel the lower belly draw up the front of the spine, open up the toe mounts, strong in your core, hold here. Then let's practice Ardha Navasana. Lower down onto the lower back, hands behind the head, squeeze the side front ribs in and down. And then stretch your left leg forward, keeping the squeeze in your abs. Change legs. Don't let yourself sink onto your shoulder blades at all. Then bring both legs up into table position. Really work those side ribs, squeeze back in and down again. And then see if you can take the left leg forward, keeping the abs in. Change legs. Change legs and bring your left hand up and over to the outside of the knee. Change sides. Change sides. Change sides. Come back to center. Lower your head down. Then take the legs straight as you can. Hands at your side, feel the tail long and slowly lower the right leg. Change sides. Change sides. Grow the spine longer, that'll help to activate the core. Change sides. Change sides. And And change sides. Good, now bend your knees, set your feet down. Take Baddha Konasana legs for a moment. Then bring the knees together. All right, then cross your legs and roll yourself up to seated and stretch back into downward dog. From your down dog, walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Then take your feet outer hips distance apart. Keeping your inner arches lifted, outer heels grounded, slowly lower your buttocks towards your heels. Bring your elbows inside your knees. Draw from your navel up the front of your spine. And fold forward. Then scoot your feet together. Put a little lift in your heels, lower your buttocks back down, and stretch the arms forward as the navel draws back and the hips stretch back. Internally rotate your right arm, wrap it behind. Internally rotate your left. And see if you can hook the hands behind the heels. Release that. Turn your palms up and hook your triceps back into your shins. Turn the hands flat. And then start to lean into your chaturanga arms. Draw the navel in so the lower back spreads. Feel your shoulder blades on the back. And then just slowly lean into it. Set your feet back down. And let your head drop. Come up to stand. Mountain pose. Step your left foot back about 3.5 feet or so. Raise your left arm up as you inhale. Exhale, reach, twist, put your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Elongate through the line of the big toe, just like we practiced in triangle, and take your right arm up. That's fitting because this is the twisted triangle, so practice that same action. Don't try to yank yourself up. Instead, go straight out to the big toe line. Then bring your hand down. Bow your forehead towards your ankle. Draw the hips up as you stretch down through all four corners of your right foot. Then lean over your right foot. Raise your back leg up from the inner thigh. And if your balance is good, bring your right hand to the back of the ankle. Standing splits. Then bring your left knee to the outside of your right ankle. Sit back onto the inside of your left heel. Tricky. Wrap your arm around and twist. Bring your hands back down to the front of the mat. Now let's see your core strength. Lift from your belly and come right up to stand on the right leg and fold forward. Roll yourself up. Step your right foot back. Raise your right arm as you inhale. Exhale, reach and twist. As you inhale, elongate the spine through the line of the big toe. Then turn the ribs and take your left arm up. Bring your hand back down and fold forward over your leg. Reach down to the foot evenly. Draw the hips up and back as you let your head drop. Then lean into the left foot and raise your back leg up. Feel your navel draw up the front of the spine and bow your forehead towards your foot as the back leg stretches. Then bend your left knee, bring your right knee to the outside of the ankle. Sit back onto the inside of your right heel. Wrap your right arm around and twist. Then bring your hands back to the front of the mat. Integrate your legs with your core strength. Lift from the pelvic floor and draw the navel in. Keep your chest open as you lean over your left foot and raise the back leg up. Then lower the leg. Hook your big toes and fold forward. Inhale, come back up. And then lie down onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Gently bend the knees. Roll to your right side. And press yourself up to seated. And just take a moment to notice how much more clear, calm, yet energized you feel. Bring the palms together, and with your eyes closed, lower your head towards your heart, lift your head, and open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you.